This might be an information sharing video more than it is a repair. 2018 Chevy Camaro 6.2 liter engine, I believe, SS. Yeah, 6.2 liter SS, supercharged. It has 61,000 miles on it, and we're dealing with the they call it A8 transmission, 8-speed automatic transmission. The car had a accident in the front, a collision vehicle, and I looked at it first, and I recommended to get the harness for the complete harness. The transmission control module harness was damaged, and I told him I was able to verify inputs to the harness itself, but I'm not gonna guarantee that the pins inside are making contact, so it's better to get a harness. He did get a harness, and the car is still having the same problem. What I also noticed at that time, that the transmission control module, which I'm going to show you guys in a minute, when it had the accident, the housing was damaged, and the owner thought that the transmission control module was bad, and he bought a new one, which is sitting next to me. We haven't installed this one, we haven't programmed it yet. That's why I want to bring you guys with me, and I want to share with you guys what's going on with the vehicle. The vehicle is stuck on one. It's on limp mode, stuck on one. He took it to a transmission place. He said he took it to 2 transmission places, and they said that the transmission is not the issue. Mechanical pieces are not the issue. They think it might be programming or transmission control module. The craziest thing is this car has no check engine light. It does not have a code in the engine control module or the transmission control module. Here's the engine control module and the transmission control module. Both of them pass no fault. We have a lot of not requested, not run, or past history codes. All these history, I checked all of them. A lot of lost communication. I understand, because harnesses were disconnected, so it's normal. But as long as they're history, and they all history, they're not current or requesting any mill to be illuminated. What we are going today to do is 2 things. I want to, if you go to transmission control module, actually before I do this, let me take you guys in a test drive with me. Alright, so our indicator indicates P, reverse, and it has this heart jump. Boom. See it? The whole vehicle shakes. Let me get to a good spot where I can start from 0 without the steering wheel on the way of the RPM. I want to show you guys. A lot of people buy these from the auction and repair them, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys watching this video are here for this reason. You probably bought it, and now you have an issue with the transmission as the owner of this vehicle. And if videos like this, you think they are useful to you, subscribe to my channel. I always share information, I always share data pits for vehicles that I work on, especially high-end vehicles that people buy to enjoy or make money. So here we go. We are 0. We're just going to use this parking lot because I don't have a tag on the vehicle. And right here, this guy coming all of a sudden from nowhere. Okay, let's repeat it. You know what's the crazy thing? I just noticed we don't have a mile per hour activity. Okay, that's definitely a clue. See, it's stuck on one. No matter how high you take the oh, some of you guys might say, okay, shift it on manual. Let's go on sport mode, manual, and see if it shifts up. It does, but not as smooth as it should be. Not as. Look, I'm gonna try to do this right here. You see, it jerked. It doesn't go to third, just on second. It does not go to third. We're still on second because we haven't downshifted. Nah, it doesn't take third. Ooh. Alright, so let me park. Alright, the plan today is I'm trying to go to the TCM, see if we have any adoption, any special function. I found the transmission clutch learn, but this require to go to second gear, third gear, this, that, and we don't have this, so we won't be able to use this option, but we might be able to use this, which is transmission service fast learn. This function should only be carried out after a component replacement or transmission internal repair. Notice this does take up to 10 minutes. Refer to the related service documents for extra information. Okay, we'll take this a chance. Okay, I went here before and it kept saying enable condition not met, condition not satisfied, transmission temperature is below operating temperature, and it was on 120. Now it's 161. That's why I was spinning it here in the parking lot to bring this temperature up. I don't know what should be. I don't have any other value or target value per se, so I'll just keep driving this until this condition. Or can I just sit here? Will that make it warm up? But I think when I drive it will make it warm up fast. I want also to see what is causing no activity here, because that might be our issue. So let me stop recording for now and get more information for you guys. Here's the transmission control module. This is the original one, and as I said, the casing had a damage to it. I opened the enclosure and I looked inside. This damage did not touch the board, the electric board inside, so I decided to use the original one to avoid programming a new one. And the car was no start because there was no prindle on the cluster. The car didn't know if it was on park or drive. That's why it didn't start. So when I fixed this issue and fixed the old harness, I was able to start it. That was their main issue, no start. So after we got it to start, there was no shifting. This is the part number for it. I'll match it with the new one. But this harness, the new one, I mean used one, but the other one was destroyed. Everything was destroyed and all the wires were damaged. I mean, they were making, delivering voltage and signals, but it was damaged. Here's the vehicle. Okay, let's see if we are able to. Okay, brake must be applied. Parking brake. think it is. It says park over there. Brake. Okay. Transmission adaptive value line. Vehicle must be in drive. So you apply the brake and you put the car on drive. Transmission purge and progress. Okay, clutch purge and progress. Alright, test failed. Refer to the service document for extra information. Condition below may occur while testing. The engine stalls. Mission exhibits the check the throw gear, select and drive. Gear P. Exit the transmission data. Report the test failed. See if we have. No, that's what the test says. We're on reverse and it's like neutral. D, the same thing. So let's shut off and open the driver's side door for 30 seconds. And we'll go back. Just started the vehicle. Let's see if there's any changes. No. Still don't have mile per hour. Let's go back. And what I did, meanwhile, I pulled the snap-on out and I connected it, and we're about to do the same procedure using a different scanner. That's why it's always good to have two scanners, to eliminate the fact that it might be the scanner not be able to do it, not the car itself. So here, let me set up, bring you guys back. Here we go. Let's go to transmission, functional test, fast learn adaptation process. Okay, set parking brake and lock the driver wheel. The driver wheels. If vehicle has forward, make sure that enter two-wheel drive. This one does not have it. Start engine and allow transmission temperature to reach 167, 187 Fahrenheit, which is 75 to 86 Celsius before running this test. Okay, continue. Okay, transmission fluid temperature ready, engine speed ready, and mode switch ready. Transmission fluid 177. Okay, and okay, should that be an on-off start test kind of thing? Okay, probably put it on drive as we did on the auto. Nothing, it's not doing anything. Everything is ready. Antenna mode switch ready. Antenna mode switch park. I just switched it to G. What's going on? It's stuck. Hello? Alright, so if this is what you're giving me, snap-on, I mean, then Autel is better. At least it went through doing something to the transmission, and after 5 minutes it failed. You are useless in this field. Alright, so I went to live data and watch here. Where is it? Speed sensor. speed sensor right here. Nothing. So I think it's time to pull the wiring diagram. In the whole diagram, the only speed sensors that I found are internal inside the transmission right here. This component says automatic transmission assembly, so there is 3 of them right here inside. One is transmission intermediate shaft speed sensor, second one transmission output shaft speed sensor, third one transmission input shaft speed sensor. This line, yellow and green, feeds both, so I assume this is the plus for both, and on the other end it says 9 volts, so it's a 9 volt sensor. Right here it says transmission sensor B 9 volt reference, transmission sensor A 9 volt reference. So we need to check to see if the transmission control module is providing 9 volt. Technically we're supposed to go to the transmission also at the connector and check if the 9 volt is getting here. We're going to assume that it is getting here because they just changed the whole harness. So I want to check the 9 volt, and also this other line, yellow blue, I think that's the same one that we looked at. Yellow blue, yellow blue, that feeds the other sensor. Yeah, that's the same one, pin 8. Okay, and somehow we need to check if we are getting a signal, a speed signal from the sensors, these sensors, and if we are getting it at the transmission control module. That we need to back probe and have our scanner here and watch it while we're driving. I think the best thing to use is the scope for that. So let's check those 9 volts first. Two pins, 9 volts. One feeds 2 sensors, splits from here, and the other one is this one right here, yellow and blue, right here. That turns to yellow. Oh, okay, it is yellow and blue, but why they changed the color inside? This is internal. Everything here is internal. This is external. So let's check those 2 pins. So this is what I did. I removed that cover and I removed some of the tape, black tape, and I put a zip tie just to make sure that this connector, because it doesn't have the lock anymore, so I just wanted to make sure that the connector is in place. These are the 2 pins. This is pin number 1, white and blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yellow, green, and yellow, blue. On key off, we have a ground, yellow, green, yellow, blue, ground. Let's go put the key on. I want to share with you guys values, or probably start the vehicle. I'm not gonna play this game. Vehicle. Start the vehicle. And we have 9 volts on the yellow green, yellow blue, pin number 8. We have 9 volts. So we confirmed that we have this transmission control module as providing 9 volts to the sensors, the speed sensors. Now let's trace this, which is the signal, green, violet, transmission intermediate speed signal, pin 13, green and violet. Green, violet, I think it's this one, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, let's say 11, 12, 13. Yeah, green and violet right here. Do we have a signal? Yes, we do. But the problem is we need to probe on this one while we're moving. We want to see if there is any change in this value. The other one, I mean, if we didn't have anything, that would be a bad indicator. The other one is, so this is this one. The other one, gray and blue. Gray and blue. SSP signal. Would be 14, one next to it. Gray and blue. And here we do have voltage 3.34. The one before was the green and violet was 3.51, and this one, the gray and blue, 3.34. And I believe the one after is pin number 15, input speed signal. Let's just make sure. Yes, that one. That's the third one right here. Boom. Yeah, this one. Green, yellow. Green, yellow, 15. Green and yellow, 2.64. 2.64. So we have voltage going to the sensors. We have signal coming back to the transmission control module. Is it possible that we have a CAN bus, but we don't have a code for that? We don't have a loss communication. We did have loss communication before, but we don't have it now. It's not active. Transmission, I'm able to go to the live data and read. Engine, same thing. So it's, I wouldn't expect, I mean, it's between the transmission control module and the engine control module. Probably if there's a third factor, which is the ABS, the brake system, that's all. And all systems have no current faults. They operate correctly. So what should we do? I would say I want to probe here with my leads through the window and see if we get any change in the speed while moving. Alright, so this is my setup right here. It's a crazy setup. I ran the wires through here and we have them on the scope. We have a signal on all, and I'm going to carefully. The problem is that it's so close to these terminals, so I have to be careful. All I need is probably 10 seconds or 20 seconds. Will I be able to close it? No, leave it like that.